Hey y'all, it's Chimsy. I'm back with the hair tutorial. But first, shout out to my Patreon people. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. This is the hair that I got from Amazon. I got 2 of these bundles. Each bundle has 8 of these little packs in them, very cute. And each pack has a sort of chunk of kinky, spring twist type hair. The order I have here is 24 inches. So it stretches into 24 inches, even though when it relaxes, it looks more like 12. If you're curious, it's the exact one that I ordered from Amazon. And the actual hair itself kind of is naturally put in these little bunches of 8. And I found it so much easier to just use these bunches as is and not worry about trying to create my own sections and things from that hair. I went with my normal approach to doing sort of braids and twists, which is to pre-section my hair. I find this a lot easier than sort of parting and braiding as I go. And I also find this really helpful when it comes to making sure you have enough hair, because no one wants to be halfway through a style and realize they're out of hair. But what I didn't realize is that the way I was gonna do these twists would mean that I would have so much volume. And so truly I was halfway through and I was like, this is the maximum amount of volume that I actually really want. And I had to figure something out, which was to in fact combine some of these sections. So I originally created 64 sections because that would use exactly all of the hair I bought. In reality, I think 45, 55 would be more ideal, and my actual final number of twists ended up being 57. I just used these clips to section off my hair, and what I found too was that I could actually remove these clips and it would be fine, like it would actually remain in this twist. So I started doing that as I was going on. So after sort of experimenting with the back of my hair, I went ahead and did some of these in the front for you all. I used Eco Styler gel on my hair. I actually am wrapping and covering up all of my natural hair with this style, but it might be something you want to use to sort of make sure your hair can stay in place, especially if your color doesn't match the hair you're twisting with. So essentially I started with a braid. I sectioned my hair in 2 and used one of the sections as like the 3rd loop in the braid. My style of braiding is to take the index finger, go under your section, grab the 3rd piece, bring it over and repeat. So you take that index finger, go under, bring the hair over, index finger under, bring the hair over. And so I did that until my natural hair was braided down. I only have a few inches of hair, so it didn't take that much braiding. And then with that shorter piece, I wrapped it up the braid to cover it, and then I wrapped it back down. What's beautiful about this hair is that it really loves to lock, it really loves to mat. So when you do a twist like this, it's gonna stay in place. So when I did this section, I went ahead and I grabbed another piece of hair and basically repeated the same thing. I did a braid and then I wrapped the hair up and then wrapped it back down. So you're gonna see me here doing this braid. Well, again, you see I do the sort of finger under technique, and then I go ahead and start wrapping the hair up and then I wrap it back down. The key to this kind of style where each braid or each twist has a sort of different energy to it and it's not too uniform is to change the way you are twisting and wrapping your hair as you go. So basically doing a section of wrapping and then doing a section of loose twists, and then back to wrapping and then doing loose twists. And then even as you're doing the twisting and wrapping, switch up how long you do the twisting for, switch up how long you do the wrapping for, and you just kind of play with it. And what's beautiful is that you can very naturally create this organic and boho style by basically not taking it too seriously and just kind of letting the spirit lead you when it comes to wrapping. And because this hair is so kinky and really likes to lock, the ending, like wrapping this up, is so easy. I didn't use, fire, I didn't boil anything. I really just sort of wrapped it and twisted it until the hair was all done. If this hair had a wavier curl, I would have maybe just kind of let it hang out at the end, because what's beautiful is that as you wrap this hair, it really will stay in place, and you're gonna see that in a second. Like, see, it just hangs out, like it's not going anywhere. But because that's just kind of fuzzy and not like super cute, I decided to just go ahead and finish up this twist and this lock by doing 2 strand twists. So that's what I did throughout my hair. And I essentially did this on every single twist, switching it up. I'm gonna show you another example of me doing this so you can see how it can look different from one twist to the other. And I do recommend you experimenting on the parts of your hair that really won't be seen. So that back area, that back middle area, so you can really get a sense of how you like it. I noticed that it was slight, but the twist in the back did look a little bit different than the twist in the front as I sort of figured out my actual technique. This is me doing it again, and even within this twist, I am learning. So what you'll see here is that as I am twisting the hair up, I actually run out of hair. But what's beautiful is that the lock doesn't come undone. Like it just stays right there, right? So the wrapping really does work upon itself. So I was able to just add in another piece of hair, braid it down, and go from there. What I learned from doing this twist is that you want to make sure when you do the 2-strand twist portion that you aren't too loose, because then you can end up creating these gaps in the hair where there's space between the really tight twist or wrapping and then this much more looser wrapping. And so what I found when I did this twist is that I did have a bit of that gap. You can take some of the kinky hair, not a full section, but a little bit of it, and do another round of wrapping on top of just the sections that are loose. That's what I did for a few of the twists where I was like, oh, I don't really want this gap here, but you don't need to redo your entire twist if you find that you have a section where you're like, oh, there's kind of a space here, I don't really love that. And that's one of the reasons I really like this hair, is because it has that kind of flexibility and it really is very forgiving as you are learning and testing out new styles. And so this was my hair halfway through. This is one 8-pack set of hair from Amazon. And I was truly, you'll see I'm gonna do this bun, and literally I'm like, this is the biggest bun that I could possibly have. That I could possibly comfortably have. And I was only halfway through. And so I was feeling a little bit like, okay, girl, what are we gonna do here? We've already committed to making this video. Like, we've gone too far, what are we gonna do? And so I just decided to combine some of my sections. And this is also why I recommend always doing the perimeter of your hair first. So no matter what, one, you kind of know what the style is gonna look like. So this is basically what the style looks like, and I know now. And you have that flexibility if you need to make some of these changes. So here is the final look. Let me know what y'all think. I think it is so beautiful. As you see, I have a few strands that are a little bit longer. I went ahead and cut those off and the hair did not unravel. So if you find yourself worried about that, you'll be fine. And I think I'll actually, maybe when I'm ready to finish this style, I'll actually go ahead and cut it into a bob maybe, because I think it'll still stay without unraveling. But we'll see. We'll see about that. So this is what the length is looking like. I really love it. I think long hair is just the absolute sexiest. And this is a really golden light, really warm light on this camera. And so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it looks like on my phone as well. So this is what it looks like just with my camera phone in natural light. It's a lot cooler. It's a lot like whitish blonde, I'd say. And this is 613 is the color hair. So I know it can seem to me a little bit kind of fake, you know, because there isn't so much dimension, but I really do like how this turned out. And I think because my natural hair is dyed close enough to this color, I don't think it looks so crazy. That is the style. I included a lot of footage of what the final product looks like, because I know when I watch tutorials, I really just want to see the final product a lot. Like I really want to get a sense of like, okay, how is this hair gonna look? How does it fall? How does it lay? How soft is it? All of that. And what I love is that these truly are super duper soft, super flexible, super cute, and I love them. And I hope you love them too. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more. I think I'm going to start doing more hair content, and I'll see y'all later.